Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So, as you join, say hello, tell us where you're from, how long you've been a petPro, and introduce yourself. We want to get to know you, say hello. So, good morning and happy Monday to all of the Team Challenge 30-day Fall Fast Start Challenge pros, petPros. You guys are amazing. And I want to share with you some TSA tips as well as sampling, what I always have in my cute little sampling bag. This cute bag was given to me by a petPro at PawFest, Christine Baird. I was doing a breakout session talking and teaching about social media, and it was so cute. So Brad and I went into our social media room, and I walked up to the podium and I put my stuff down, and my cute little sampling bag was sitting there with a cute little card from Christine Baird. So I decided that this bag would fit perfect everywhere I went. My wallet fits in it, my phone fits in it, and I'm going to share with you guys what I never leave home without. Ever, ever, ever. Because if you guys are putting forth an effort to do this challenge, I want you guys to be prepared. Whether you are a new petPro, seasoned petPro, you are just getting started back in, I want you to be ready for anything that comes your way. So I'm going to share with you. Here's my cute little sampling bag. Now I have my purse and I have all kinds of bags, but first and foremost, this is something that I can grab on the go that's always ready. It's always ready. I always have one in my vehicle. I've got one in my husband's truck. My husband has a cute little lunchbox that I keep a bunch of samples in. My oldest son, he is now driving. Guess what? He has an emergency kit, and next to it, he has a sampling kit. My family is on board with our pawTree business. They are fully prepared to share at any given time. So, here is our sampling bag. Good morning, Annette. Good morning, Louise. Yes, you need one. I don't know where Christine got it, but I love it. It's the best little sampling bag. So, first and foremost, the one thing that you need in your sampling kit is pawTree samples. These are the chicken apples and spinach. They're the #1 selling product that I personally sell, so I promote it. I have paw pairings. I always have paw pairing samples. Paw books. I would die without these paw books, period. Next, hold on, I'm finding it. Please share with all of your friends. Get them on board. Invite them. Okay. And I have a card. Now, this is kind of like a business card, but it promotes my business. Remember, I am the business owner of my URL. Healthy Pets is my URL. Healthy Pets is what I roll with. My email is healthypetnutrition@gmail.com. Everything runs together. I keep things simple. I drive people to my Facebook page. I want them to follow me. I want them to watch me. So this, which I'm not going to lie, it's totally backwards right now, and I get it. But here is a picture of me, Cedar, and my husband. This is going to help them remember a face and a smile. Why? Why not? This directs us. Like us on Facebook, pawTree Independent petPro Healthy Pets, with the link. I always keep these. On the other side, it's got Brad and Elka, Bostwick, yada, 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 but nobody really cares. I don't promote the business card. I use this to promote my Facebook page. This is a big reason of how I've built my 700 likes. I mean, I've been in this business for 3.5 years, but organically, I try to just give this to everybody. And it's funny because I'll say, hey, jump on there, watch us live. We do giveaways. We do fun stuffs. There may be a product that you may need. You can tag your friends in it, but like us. I even do giveaways for people that have liked it. So I always have these cards in it. It has my information, but I promote my Facebook page. A pen, a necessity. Now, get a pen that works with these. Don't use a gel pen. If you have a gel pen in your purse, it'll smear and smudge when you drop it back in your sampling bag, and you will forget who it was, what you talked about, and everything in between. Well, at least that's my personal experience. So think about that. Find a pen that works, that writes on either side of it, and stick it in there. In fact, I have a whole case of these, and I dropped 2 or 3 because the worst thing is when Brad and I go out sampling for during the weekends or whatever, I hate going, well, do you have a pen to fill out my paw book? That'd be great. So it's something that I never leave home without, is a pen that works with my paw books. Second thing that I never leave home without, sorry, I had to leave because I am out of these. Poop bags. I am a huge multi-marketer of poop bags. I love to give my samples away in poop bags. It's something that's cheap, it's inexpensive, and I could say, oh, hey, instead of having a bag, let me show you. I used to buy these with paw prints on them. I used to buy them, I'd put them together, I would get them all ready, so all I'd have to do is hand them to people. I threw that right out the window. Totally changed everything to poop bags. I always have 1 or 2 rolls of poop bags. I'm refilling my sampling kit of poop bags. So the poop bags in itself, when I'm talking to somebody, as they are filling out the information on the paw book, I pull out a poop bag, open it up, drop a treat, drop a sample in there, and when they get done, I rip off the back of the paw book, I drop the paw book into the bag, and I say, here you go. Here's your treats, here's your samples. I'll follow up with you in the next couple of days to see how your pets loved the treats. And I'm gonna go over some TSA tips. And I hand them a poop bag and I'll say, hey, by the way, this is a poop bag. Go ahead and use it. You can give me feedback. I'm all about recycling. So I'd hate to give you a bag, or have to carry the samples around and drop one. So it's a poop bag. Make sure you use it because I'm going to ask you if how you liked it. So I'm multi-marketing. It's a big thing that will help you in so many ways. So what do I have? I have paw books. Very simple, very inexpensive. I don't go do anything elaborate because I want to put money back into my pocket so that I can help more pets, so I can feed my dog new nutrition, so I can send my kids to do whatever they want to do, so I can support an income for my household. So I keep things super, super simple. Kiss, keep it simple, silly. Pen, paw books, a pen that works, poop bags, paw treat samples, a card with my Facebook information on it, paw pairing packets, and I put it in a bag that I can grab and take with me no matter where I go. Now, I want to show you. So last night, Brad and I love to talk to people. I loved it to talk to people. And so Brad and I went out yesterday and we went meandering, as he likes to call it. We go to Cabela's, we go to the Bass Pro Shop. We're very outdoors people. I love Home Depot. If y'all have never been to Home Depot, call ahead of time, ask them if they allow pets. I take Cedar to Home Depot all the time. I take him to Cabela's. I call many places in my area and I'll say, hey, do you allow pets? This is great for, hey Nikki, this is great for rainy days. Rainy day Home Depot run, I will go spend hours at Home Depot and I TSA. So yesterday, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I am doing my 10 contacts a day. Now, to hit 200 contacts, you're averaging about 6 people a day. Nikki, who is on here, has challenged and said, you know what, I'm going for 300. I said, I'm in. I'm all in with you. So I'm going to share with you how I am doing my 10 connections a day. I want to connect with 300 people. I want to remind them who I am. I want to share the brand, the products, and the opportunity with them. And this is how I do it. Yesterday we went out. I was able to get all of these TSA slips. We went to Cabela's. I had Cedar with me. Having Cedar with me, he's my walking testimonial. He's my walking brand. He is the backbone of my business, my dog is. But mind you, when I joined pawTree, I didn't have a dog. So this can be done whether you use your own pets, you use family pets, or anything like that. But what I do is I strike up a conversation with anybody. And mind you, I had to practice this. Starting a conversation and knowing when to bring pawTree into the conversation takes practice. There is really not a script that you can go by. You need to go by what the conversation is going, how the people are. This is something that is not like learned skill. You're not going to pull out your little script. This is going to be promoting your passion with your heart, because I truly believe that promoting your passion is going to get you from point A to point B. So yesterday I was able to go to Cabela's. Now, when I walk into Cabela's, the front greeter, his name is Gene. He has been a customer of mine for 2 months. I met him 2 months ago when I walked in with Brad. We were looking for some new gear for a camping trip, and I had just started talking dog with him. He's a greeter there. And I asked him, I said, do you see a lot of pets in here? I didn't have my dog with me. I said, do you see a lot of pets in here? He goes, yeah. He goes, I see a ton of pets. In fact, and he pulls out his cell phone. He goes, look, I get selfies with all of them. I was like, shut the front door. You get selfies with every pet that comes in here. Do you ever get the opportunity to give them treats? He said, no. And I said, well, hey, great news. I partnered with this really cool pet products company about 3.5 years ago. If I were to give you some sample treats, would you be willing to give them to either your own pets if you have them, and or the pets that you take selfies with? He was all over it. I stuffed his pockets full, his little work pocket, his other pockets. I was like, here you go. Here's 5 or 6 treats. And then I said, would you be willing to try the paw pairings and the treats on your own pets and allow me to follow up with you in a couple of days? He said, yes, absolutely. He says, my wife's in charge of anything, but here's my cell phone number. Here's her. My dog's name is Gunner, and I have another dog. I really, just follow up with me. So I did. In 36 hours, I followed up with him, and he said that every single pet he gave those treats to went crazy. He's like, I wish I would have had your cards. I would have passed out your cards. And I said, well, my info's on the treat packets. And he goes, oh, I didn't know it. I said, that's okay. You'll be aware. I'm going to have to stop by and give you some more treats. So tell me, how did your pets like the treats I gave you? He says, well, I have an older dog. Gunner's really old, and he doesn't really like the hard treats. And he goes, but he loved the ones that you gave me, but I had to, dip it in some water, and then I gave it to him. And I said, awesome. And I said, I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you taking my products, going home and sampling. It means the world to me. It helps me to promote my business. So would you like to buy some more paw treats for him? Maybe an extra bag to have around the house? He said, yes. Whew. It was amazing when he said yes. And I said, awesome. And he says, so tell me, how do I place an order? And I said, well, I'm happy to order them with you right now if you have a few minutes. He said, yes. I went onto the face of my website. I went to register for an account. I built a paw box. So I went in and I registered him. I took his email. I used Gunner as his password. That's his pet's name. Unforgettable. And I reminded him, I'll send you this information when I'm done. And I asked him, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about my paw box. It's an awesome, and mind you, I'm reading from my website. This is nothing I had to memorize. I used the website as a presentation over the phone, in person. No matter how I do it, I have it memorized. So my format is always the same. And we're going to do another live about how to do presentations. But then I just walked him through. Well, he ordered a one-time order of 3 different kinds of treats. So when Brad and I went back, guess who was sitting in the front lobby? It was Gene. So I went and I talked to Gene and I said, Gene, how are you? How is Gunner liking his treats? And he says, honestly, he says, well, he didn't like the other 2 that we picked, but he really liked the ones, let me call my wife. And he called his wife and he said that it was the chicken, apples, and spinach, and his dog went crazy. You know what his wife said? He's like, we need to get some more. And I said, hey, can I set you up on a paw box? We can adjust it. All you have to do is call me. I can ship it to you, or you can have it come every month or every other month. The wife totally agreed. I hooked him up with a paw box last night, and it was funny because I told him, hey, I will personally exchange these treats for you. And I'm going to call the home office today, let them know that they didn't like it. I've already set them up, and I'm going to get it exchanged. I'm all about customer service and making people happy. I'm in the business of solving problems, sharing stories, not telling facts. I'm not in the business of selling. I'm in the business of sharing. So last night as we were meandering through Cabela's, every once in a while, somebody would just passionately walk over to Cedar and just, can I touch him? Can I? Yes, they did. And I said, well, hey, do you have dogs? Yeah, I have 2 dogs. Tell me a little bit about them. Awesome. So I have a really strange question for you. But I work with this really incredible pet products company. I have some samples. If I were to give you some samples of our really phenomenal treats, would you be willing to let me follow up with you and see how your pets liked them? Then I zipped it. Most people realize when you ask a question like that, it's the you do, you get. If they give me their information, they get sample treats. So now, while they're thinking about answering me, I pull out the samples and go here. Here is one. Let me show it to you. Very limited ingredient, chicken, apples, and spinach. This is a superfood seasoning. Phenomenal product. This is what it's for. And so what do you think? Would you be willing to give me some feedback? Yes. I get yes every time. I'm not hard selling them. I'm not pushing anybody. I am sharing what I am so truly passionate about. So every single one of these got filled out. They filled out both the front and the back. And when they walked away, I grabbed my pen and I made little notes. Who they were, what their dogs, what they say, their dog was a Cocker Spaniel or a Heeler. I wrote down what she looked like, and I made sure to take really good notes. This person has a pet that has some medical issues, so she's willing to take a look at it, but she can't personally sample, so she's going to sample to her brother. One lady, she went crazy for Cedar. I just go to stores and I strike up conversations with people. Now, the conversation part, take your time, screw some conversations up, make it really awkward for yourself, because I promise you that you'll never make it awkward again. But you have to be willing to practice, because practice makes progress. And in order to commit to yourself and change your business, you need to go out, make a few mistakes in order to become really, really good at what you do. The skill sets that I have, I was a new petPro once. Did not happen overnight. It's taken me 3 years and thousands of conversations to figure out what I need to say to help them. So I promise you, if I were to give you some samples, would you be willing to give me some feedback? That makes all the difference in the world. They know what you're doing. They're not being pushy. I even had one guy go, so if I want to buy the treats, what do I do? So I told him, most people know I'm in the business. I'm selling, but the way that I do it is I'm promoting my passion. I'm just sharing with people. That's all I do. So last night we were able to get 5. I boosted a contact, a one-time customer to a Paw Club member, so there's 6 connections. I had 4 more. I went home and I pulled out my contact list. This is my contact list. I'm a binder person. That's what I do. So this is for the month of October. My TSAs, I don't know if you guys can see this, are going to go into this pocket. Boop. As I follow up with them, I put them into this pocket. This is what I do all month. So as I gather 5, I'm going to go out and I'm going to gather more leads today. I'll follow up with these leads. There's my 10 connections. What I did yesterday was I came home, I flipped through my September, and I went through all my TSA slips, all of my notes that I had, and I reconnected with 4 people on my TSA slips that didn't buy from September. I have 1 petPro appointment and 3 other customers I'm going to sample some other things to before we sit down and make a commitment to a paw box. So there are some quick tips for TSA, quick tips on how to approach, and I really can't wait to hear what your day was like today. So get out there. Tomorrow we'll be doing some more tips and tricks. Send this to your friends. I will upload it as a YouTube link so you guys can send it to everybody. I hope that you all have a beautiful fall day in October, and peace out, like trout, kiss your dogs on the snout. Goodbye.